What is going on, everybody? So today I'm really excited because I'm going to a new customer, and I always enjoy going to new customers because I always enjoy seeing new aquariums. And from what I hear, now tell me if Tanknicians has already been there one time. From what I hear, there's problems with fish disease. So he's lost a bunch of fish, very expensive fish, like Achilles tanks and things like that. Like, yeah, it's pretty rough. So there's fish disease, there's aptasia, there's a couple of coral pests. It's not the end of the world from what I hear, but I'm really anxious to get eyes on the aquarium and see what we're looking at. I know today I'm hooking up 2 Sentia dosers to dose hydrogen peroxide to the tank to manage the fish disease that is currently in the aquarium. Now I'm not quite sure what kind of fish problems we're dealing with. Is it parasites? You know what we're dealing with? Is it bacterial? But I also know that we have a yellow tang here at the shop that was getting beaten up really bad by a Scopus tang that is in the customer's tank. So the customer rather have the yellow tang than the Scopus tang, so what we're gonna have to do is get in there, take out the Scopus tang, and then reintroduce the yellow tang to the aquarium. And then I can get eyes on the other fish and see if there's any visible signs of infection or anything like that. So I'm really looking forward today. It's gonna be a lot of fun, so come along on the ride and check it out. But first, we got a new little display tank from a customer that was breaking down their aquarium. I'm guessing they're getting out of the hobby. Not quite sure what the reason was why they're getting out of the hobby. This was not my tank breakdown. But I came here and it's at the shop, and I just wanted to show you guys the size of this Pectinia. Look at this thing. It is absolutely massive. And we got some hammer corals and some Euophilia torches and stuff like that up there. Another Pectinia down here. We got a trumpet coral that's looking a bit pale. And some zoas here that are still adjusting from the move. Some, it looks like utter chaos zoas right there. So utter chaos, and I think, what are the name of those right there? I forget. I think those are, I forget the name. Anyways, so yeah, we have some Rastas over here, some other zoas over here as well. So pretty cool little setup we have here. I'm interested to see what we're gonna do in the future. But just wanted to show you guys that. We have our little display tank here. But let's go ahead and head to the customer's house. All right, so I've been at the tank for a second. I wanted to kind of get in here first and get set up. But there's a couple of things that I've noticed off the top of just coming in here. There's a lot of really nice corals in this tank that seem to be doing decent. He lost a bunch of corals, but the ones that are in here seem to be doing, they seem to be doing okay. Now there is aptasia. I love this. Look at this, it's Favia. Beautiful color on this thing. There is aptasia in here. I got to look to see if I see any hydroids or any other type of things like flatworms or anything like that. I really got to get in here and look. But as of right now, I know looks can be deceiving, but we have a nice Monopora, we have chalice corals, so, and everything seems to be growing. There's not a lot in here because he did lose a lot of stuff. Also, here is a yellow tang that got float acclimating. It is missing its left eye. We treated it the best we could. We fattened it up. Still got one good eye. We fattened it up. It's got good color on it, but it's time to put it back in the aquarium. It's got a nice belly on it. It's got strength back. So I think now's the time to put it back in. And with that being said, we took out the Scopus tank, which was causing all the problems. It was just beating up the yellow tang too bad. And these fish, if anybody wants to get one, they're just very mean. I don't know how you guys feel about the Scopus tank, but they're very mean. And now that we got this little guy acclimated, I'm going to put him in here in a second. But he should do a lot better now that Scopus is out of here. Just, you don't want to put 2 similar species of tangs in a tank. They'll just go after each other and hurt each other. Now there is a sailfin tang in here and a blue hippo tang, but usually the sailfins, the yellows, and the blue hippos, they get along. They're pretty chill. All right, so you get a look at that guy, put him in, and there he goes. Now, what I've noticed since I put him in is this sailfin tang's been kind of bothering him, rubbing up against him. Doesn't seem like too much aggression, not too much tail slapping. But I'm going to definitely keep an eye on it. It doesn't seem to be something I'm worried about right now, but I'm going to keep an eye on it. Now, I know it's really tempting to like go to a fish store and you see all these beautiful fish and you want so many different fish. And not everybody's aware. I wasn't aware when I first started in the saltwater hobby, about, what fish can go with what fish. I don't think that falls on the customer. I honestly think that falls on the, if you have a trusted fish store that can how do I say this? Educate you or help guide you in a way to be successful. I think that's our job as a fish store, to help guide customers to be successful, because ultimately, like, their success determines our business. If we're profitable, we're only profitable if these people are successful at keeping fish. So I don't think it falls on the customer. Some of it might, but I think a lot of it is, you go to these fish stores to get educated, and we need to provide that education for people. So down below, because there is fish disease in this tank, we're going to be dosing hydrogen peroxide to the system to kill whatever free swimming parasites are in the aquarium. We'll do that for 90 days. But all in all together, it seems like the sailfin tank, I've been here for over an hour now. They're getting along. Nobody's going after anybody. They seem to be playing well together. I'm pretty confident that the yellow tang will be fine in here going forward. I don't think the sailfin will mess with it too much. And, my impressions of this tank is we definitely got our work cut out for us. We got to get rid of the fish disease, and then we'll address the coral pest in a later video. We'll go over all that stuff. But as of right now, I'm going to do a nice size water change. I did some aquascaping. I epoxied up some rocks, kind of try to epoxy up some corals and stuff like that. I just wanted to become familiar with the tank because this is my first time here. And as I become familiar with the tank, then we can take steps to really get this thing looking beautiful. But I think it looks good right now. I just need some more coral, some healthy fish, and we're good to go. Back at the shop, we have the Scopus tang here, along with some Aptasia that I plucked from the sump, which we're going to use to feed our Bergia nudibranchs here at the shop. But right now, this little Scopus tang is going to go in its very own quarantine all by itself. We'll get fully medicated, and should be in our facility for about up to 6 weeks. And then we will begin the process of rehoming it to a proper aquarium. Now, these fish can be pretty aggressive. They don't play really well with other tangs. So we really do have to do our best to find it the right home. Scopus tang now in its own 29-gallon sealed tank, where it's going to get its quarantine, go through its quarantine. We'll get some PVC pipes in there for it so it has a little place to hide and feel safe. But so that's done. Get this fish healthy, find a good home as soon as possible. All right, so here we are at the next customer's house. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on 2 of the tanks I've been working on. Here's one of the first ones we did. This was a Red Sea tank that was coming apart, and we had to redo it. We upgraded the tank to a newer model, and big transition. It's been about a little bit over a month, so let's go ahead and check in on the tank and see how it's doing. Coming in right now, and it looks so good. Sand is clean of any type of diatom, bloom. I think there's a little bit on the other side. Anemones are splitting like crazy. We started off this tank with 1. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I put a 5th in this bag right there. We're gonna give that away. But the corals are doing fantastic. Better than they have been doing in a while. Coralline algae is still there. Kenya tree looks great. Fish are healthy, most importantly. Banggai cardinal, royal grandma, little shrimp over there. That's the most important thing. The shrimp, the fish are so healthy. We did lose a little bit of coralline algae in areas, but we are starting to get it back. And that's what I'm really thinking, that we give this tank a couple more months and it should seed back quick. It shouldn't be a problem. On the other side, we have some chromis, and then we have a biota aquacultured yellow tang. Duncan corals seem like they're getting a bit much flow, but I also just fed them, so they're closed up a bit, probably eating. And we have our little buddy that's taking care of the sand right here. This little, I think it's a Babylonian snail, doing a great job sifting through that sand, keeping it stirred up and keeping everything nice and clean. And then up above, we have a little clownfish. We got to get him a friend. A look from the other side, and looks just as good over here. Zoas starting to come back, starting to grow really well. I'm just really amazed how clean the whole tank looks. A ton of coralline algae growing out of that conch shell. That's really cool. And yeah, just kind of running through the tank and seeing if it's ready for more coral. And I think after that big tank move and adjustment, I think we're ready to add pieces. I just added this frag of red monopora to the aquarium. I'm hoping that the tank is ready for it. I'm hoping that the tank is established enough to where monopora can work, but put that sample in there. Hopefully next time I come here, I see some growth.
and we see better color in it. That's what I'm hoping for. I know that's a really tough coral to try to get to, especially after the tank move. Things aren't crazy established, but I mean, with the looks of the other coral, how they look, and the coralline algae growth, let's give it a shot. You know, it's $10. Customer got the monopore for $10. Let's see how it does.
And here we are with the last tank. Now this one is a recent pickup. This is only my second time here. Dealing with some hair algae, which I treated with fluconazole today with reflux, and did a nice little water change, scrubbed the rocks the best I could. The problem is it also has a ton of aptasia here, and by scrubbing the rocks, you're gonna spread that aptasia. So we're gonna get with the customer and decide what they and get with them and communicate with them, you know, and see what they want to do and what they want out of this aquarium. Because right now they only got one little baby clownfish in here, and that's not really a true saltwater tank. And I know they're not very happy with the way things have been going. That's why they called us. That's why we came here. All right, so that is it. I'm really excited about getting that tank looking good again. Now, that's probably the best part about this job is you can take aquariums that look like that and turn them into something beautiful. And as long as I have the customer, we're on the same page and we're able to communicate, we can do that. I want to open up that aquarium. I want to add new rock in there, some arches. I want to escape it differently. I want to let that tank breathe. And then we'll worry about the aptasia, you know, step by step. But then the fun part is going to be to get them fish back in the tank. I mean, it has one fish in there. To be able to give them safe quarantine fish and let them finally enjoy their tank again. That's going to be a cool thing to see. And you know, that's part of the reason why I like doing this job, and it's fun taking tanks like that and then making them something special. So definitely, you know, if you guys are interested in that type of content, that's what I do, and I will keep you posted as I go there twice a month. So stay tuned. I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you so much for coming along on the ride with me. But more jobs, more things to do. See you later.